Hey everyone, we're up. I don't know why, but sometimes this thing doesn't work quite right. So it's like, oh yeah, here's chat. Chat wasn't there. Should we wait an extra about 20 seconds? Probably should be good to go. Like about now, yeah. There it is. So it's been a while since we had the last session. We went through the science laboratory. Didn't get all the tiles because rumors in the elevator was out. So we didn't get that thing. But, oh well, that's fine. We're gonna get it this time. Accidentally grinded too much. I realized I was overleveled only the last time I was grinding. Interesting song. And so we're actually just gonna probably blast through this dungeon. If I recall correctly, I did get some new personas. I'm not sure if I think they were on screen, but some of them might have been off screen. I know that we got Heinir during last stream, but now he is maxed. Jack-o'-lantern's an old one. Whoops. Shaka's also an old one. We maxed out Loki. Loki has some alright spells. He's mostly really good for his elemental, like, resistances and stats. But I put a couple spells on there to help him in fusion spells. Oh yeah, off screen, I believe, we got Genbu, and I think, like, another persona. I went and managed personas a lot off screen. Turban Abyss. Genbu's pretty good. He resists a lot of stuff. He is weak to wind, but he also has some good spells. He has Garudine, I believe, and it's good to get that like as early as you can. If not Garudine or Magdine, I mean. This guy has Garudine. This guy has Magdine, and that means we get access to the strongest Earth fusion spell, pretty early. All things considered. What other personas? Please don't crash. Okay. Oh yeah, this guy. I think we had this guy at the end of last stream. If not, we got them off stream. Either way, I got this persona purely because of Zanma. As long as we get... Actually, no. As long as we have a light and a dark attack, it gives us access to high-end Breaker and low-end Crusher. Both pretty good spells. Actually, less so in this game. They're actually a bit more useful in Innocent Sin because Innocent Sin didn't register the party members as they could as like a target. So it's actually possible if you're underleveled or overleveled to get hit by your own attack now. At least with those particular fusion spells. So I don't quite remember why we're in Smile Mall. I do remember... Oh, right. This is like where they were taking some of the kidnapped people. No, that was a science laboratory. It was a lead. Something about Tatsuzo. I'm going to be mapping the place out, but I'm also going to be using Estoma. It's pretty clear by now that I'm overleveled, so whatever demons are here are basically never going to appear as long as I have Estoma on. So that'll make mapping the place significantly easier. I will do some random encounters as well, but primarily we're gonna like map the place out, I think. Today was pretty good for me. Yesterday was not as much. Nothing necessarily bad happened, I just was not having a very good day. I don't know. Like, maybe it's just because I got up on like the wrong side of the bed. Because like I woke up feeling kind of bad, and so like the whole like rest of the day, it's kind of like one of those things. Let me check something. Alright. I did start a bit later than I wanted to today. I don't know. Something got in the way and I had to take care of it before 5. Or Or before I would have started at 5. Hey Icy, how's it going? I'm just here ranting to myself. We're mapping the place out again, but this time there's nothing that's gonna stop me, and we're actually having a pretty smooth time because of how over-leveled we are. How are you doing? I was just explaining that, yesterday I wasn't having a good day, but today is actually like a decent day. Today's alright. Pretty good? That's good to hear. All I gotta do is spam Estoma and we can just map this place out in peace. Like I said before though, we are going to... We'll see what the random encounters are, but... If we're mapping the place out, random encounters are just gonna slow us down, make this take like an hour. I'm not gonna have that. The song's pretty interesting though. It's pretty different from the last time we came to Smile. Oh yeah, Icy, I forgot. What was your experience with the Persona series? Like, so far you've played like 3 and 4, you've only really heard of 1 and 2. Obviously you're watching this, but... Where haven't we been? We've been through all that. That's the entrance. There's a spot here. Spots up here. We'll go down here. And then like probably a whole area over there. Okay. Oh, what did I... Oh, I missed it. Huh. Who knew that mapping needed a good sense of direction? Somehow, yeah, soundtrack for this area sounds a lot more mechanical than it did in the previous game. I don't quite remember what it sounded like in the previous game either, but I think it was more of a mysterious and kind of rushed thing, since the previous game, when you went to Smile Mall, you were looking for a bomb, hence why I gave the notification that title. But in this game, I guess we're looking for the plot for the Jokers and the Kagure. Touched 3 on emulation once. Watched a Let's Play on 4. Because prior neck and back therapist. Oh, you mean like you couldn't really do much, so you just watched the Let's Play? That's fair. I'm kind of worried about these areas. And you watched bits and pieces of 5 thanks to a friend. So like a friend had 5? Okay. You only touched on 3? So you never really beat the whole thing? Well, to be fair, I haven't really even played 3 either. I actually heard of Persona from your neck and back therapist. Really? Did they, like, recommend it to you, or did they just, like, offhandedly mention it? That's actually really interesting. Why is the checkout... Why are there checkout aisles in the basement? It's like... I guess I don't really know how malls work. Maybe this is just one big, like, grocery store. You can really see the pixels on those oranges. That's how you know they're good. We're talking about video games. She said it was a franchise she liked. That's fair. I think it's pretty interesting the way the Persona series actually did shift their focus from, like, dungeon crawler in this one with, like, a character focus to, like, have even more of a character focus in, like, 3 and up, with like the slice of life kind of portion of the games. Like before and after you go in the dungeons, like basically everything outside of the dungeons. But I like this as well. I own 5 now, but only open the title screen and that's about it. Haven't had time. Oh, that's fair. What have you been up to, if it's alright if I ask? Sometimes you really gotta pick and choose like what you do, or like what games you play and all that. For example, I would like to say that like a big portion of like why I've ended up like streaming less is because I've just been busier in general. Like my college has given me like projects and stuff to work on, and then after that, like my friends and I are like playing a game of like Civ. It's not gonna be streamed. I decided like, hey, no one really came to the last one, and it wasn't really fun to stream, so I'm skipping out on. It was fun to play, but not fun to stream. It's like a 90-hour game. I've been struggling with life, playing Minecraft and various other multiplayer games. Yeah, that's a fair balance. Oh, yeah, that's a fair balance. Like you can't play like every game at once. And everyone kind of struggles with like their own like IRL problems, you know. Another thing I like about this game is that it touches up on that part that like even when you're like an adult, like your problems don't just like fade away or anything. And a lot of the characters like they're like still currently dealing with like their problems. Would have showed up to Civ 5 streams, you were just busy. No, I'm not blaming you or anything. I'm just saying in like a general sense. And again, the Civ 5 streams weren't necessarily fun to stream. Again, fun to play, yes. Not really fun to stream. Makes sense, yeah. I would like to point out how, like, in this game where you take 3 steps and get a random encounter, I have not gotten 1 random encounter thanks to Estoma. It says it reduces the rate that lower level enemies, like, encounters you. I would go ahead and say that it just straight up, like, prevents low level enemies from encountering you, or the other way around. Just in general. And enemies that are leveled at your level or higher will still you'll still run into those guys, and you'll see if I like somehow become under-leveled or appropriately leveled. That will happen, but I'm gonna one-shot everything in this building anyways, so maybe a normal video would have been better. Maybe, but yeah. I prefer streaming to making like a video, if that makes any sense. I kind of find it hard to talk on my own, unless like if I had like a co-commentator maybe, and for stuff like Civ 5 I suppose I could, just because it's like a social game and all that. But even so, I prefer streaming over like making like ordinary things, or ordinary videos I mean. I'll probably eventually get around to making like an ordinary video. I've thought about it. I just haven't like gotten around to it. Like how I was going to make like a highlight video for like when I got what's it called? It's not the partner, it's the other thing. It's the associate, yeah, associate thing. I was gonna make a video on like some highlights, and then I never got around to it. Maybe I'll do it later. You know, tons of people who hate solo commentary or commentary without interaction. I don't necessarily hate it, I just don't like it as much. It's not as fun to make, obviously. And although I can talk to myself like endlessly, I've been getting better at that, obviously, through, like, this. It's, one, still not as fun, and two, if I say something, like, something, like, really dumb, if, like, there's other people, I get, like, a reaction out of it, at least. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was, like, dumb, I'm sorry, or something like that. But, like, if it's just me by myself and I say some dumb stuff, then, like, there's no feedback. I'm like, I'm sorry, that was, like, dumb. But, like, if there's multiple people, you can, like, laugh about it, if that makes any sense. And besides, there's only, like, so much that you can, like, think of talking by yourself alone. Obviously, if I was, like, for example, making this, like, an edited thing, then, like, it would be... I would probably delve into, like, a lot of stuff, like stats and stuff more. I'd probably cut around a lot more. Like, I obviously wouldn't be showing, like, this, me just running around, like, mapping the whole place out with Estoma on. I'd probably be showing, like, random encounters, like, what you can do. Basically, making, like, almost like a walkthrough, maybe, would be, like, my ideal kind of, like, vision. But, like, I don't know. Everyone's has, like, a different way, like, a different, like, style, if that makes any sense. So, like, yeah, you're mentioning, like, oh, yeah, you can talk to yourself really good. You can probably, like, hold your own with just, like, I don't know, a variety of things. I wouldn't really know, like, what to say exactly. But, like, for me, like, when I talk to myself alone about something, it's usually more along the statistical side, if that makes any sense. Oh, the third floor skipped out. Let me just go to the third floor, then. So, like, oftentimes, even during, like, this stream, like, this series... I oftentimes end up going, like, deep into, like, details of, like, how everything works and all that. And, I don't know, that's just kind of my style. I don't remember what we were looking for here. We're making progress, don't worry. I just don't know what kind of progress we're making. I just gotta make sure I get every single square. Otherwise, all this is, like, for nothing. But yeah, I don't even know how many fool cards we'll get from this. Probably just one. And I don't really know how many I need. If I recall correctly, I'll need, like, 5 fool cards in order to get the persona I want. Because fool cards... And here I am. I'm gonna go and explain the statistics and all that, but, like... the fool cards is... The Fool Arcana is like a hidden arcana in this game. And obviously, it's hidden until you get at least like one Fool card. You talk to Igor, it's like, oh, you got a Fool card. Well, here's some Fool personas you can make. And they obviously require a lot less of cards because you don't get like nearly as many. So like the weakest one, instead of taking like 30 cards or something, you'll only take like one Fool card. And early on in the playthrough, during the forest in Katsumuri Mountain, I went ahead and donated like 1,000 or so yen to a shrine and filled it all up in 10 yen intervals. You can check that out on YouTube, where the video is probably still there, where I did that for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. But that unlocks a particular persona that is the Fool Arcana, so obviously I would like to get at least a few Fool cards, hopefully get the persona, because I like to get the special personas, especially like now, because I've been doing like a lot of the special stuff anyways, like right now, like what I'm doing right now. But yeah, there's several different ways you can get Fool cards. All of them are a pain in the ass. This is one of the ways, by mapping out a particular dungeon and then giving the map to the Arabian guy. and he'll give you a full card in return. Another way is a like 12% chance to get asked a question during demon contacting. And the question will be something along the lines of like a common sense kind of question, or just like a question in general, and you have to give like a really stupid answer. And they'll go like, "Wow, you're a dumbass. Here, take this fool card." So like one of the questions is like, "Oh, what would you do for immortality?" And one of the answers is like, "Oh, I would give my life for immortality." And then you get a fool card because that's a stupid answer. And obviously, it's a rare chance of that happening. You have to make sure that, like, and apparently you can only get asked that question as long as you don't make the demon happy or scared, only angry and interested. And even then, it's a very rare chance. There's Trish's fountain right there. I don't really see the point of it, as we have not taken any damage. I'm honestly, I'm kind of skeptical. I don't think demons exist, because I have not seen a single demon. Did those count? That did not count. Totally give my life for immortality. I think it depends on what you mean by life, but if you mean like literally giving your life, that would defeat the point. Like dying for immortality. That's probably the plot of a lot of like ancient epics though. Mr. Protagonist or side-tagonist, I don't even know what they're gonna be called, wants the power of immortality, blah blah blah. He dies because he was a fool to want such a thing. You want the thing that normal people want, something like that. Actually, no, that's just the plot of Persona 5. Oh wait, what's this room? Seminar Hall. Well, I guess that's where I have to go, which means I have to go everywhere else before that. I like the amount of cameos that are in this game as well. Like, a lot from Persona 1, quite a number from Innocent Sin as well. Obviously, you have the main protagonists that are like, huh, I think I forgot something important. And they don't know, like, what they forgot, obviously. Do you want me to, like, explain any, like, plot points from Innocent Sin? Do you want to be, like, caught up at all? Or are you alright with not knowing? I don't want to bring that up. That might crash my game. Speaking of which, let me save, because this has been like a little bit of time. I honestly don't know how long this session's going to be. Might be shorter, might be longer. I guess it really depends on how fast I get this map out and how far we want to go, because I don't believe Smile Mall is actually that long. Go ahead. Alright. You want me to start at the very beginning, or you want me to start at the game's beginning, or you want me to start here, or you want me to start at the end, or you got any questions, or yeah, well, let's start with that. You have any questions about like anything that's happened so far? Because you did kind of jump in last time I remember, kind of like in the middle, the very beginning. Yikes! All right, I didn't expect to get this far. What's this place? The women's room. This might also be a plot thing. Since we're here, though, I don't think that will advance the plot completely. I think the seminar hall will. But I'm gonna save here just in case. So, the very beginning. Alright. Here's Persona 2 Innocent Sin in a nutshell. If this isn't a cutscene, which it probably is. Miss Amino, we'll be waiting outside. Huh? That's not it? Then let's hurry and find the seminar hall. Oh, okay. No, it's just a bit of funny dialogue. You can't enter any of the men's room, but you can enter the women's room. Well, you supposedly can. But Katsuya won't. Alright, Innocent Sin in a nutshell. From the very beginning, there's two guys. There's Philemon and Nyarlathotep. You know them, right? Philemon is like the good side of humanity, and then Nyarlathotep is the negative side. That's like, oh, haha, humans are evil and will destroy themselves and the world. That's their true desire. And the Philemon goes, well, I think they're all right. I think they're good, and they won't destroy the world. I think that trials will actually make them stronger and better. And so they basically make a bet, and that brings us to the events of Persona 1. There's a rumor that goes around where if you play the Persona game, which is, I think you call yourself on the cell phone and then chant like the Persona song, and then you do that and you do a dance with like a few, like 3 or more other people, and you get zapped by lightning or something and then get your Persona. You talk to Philemon to get it, and then he gives you a Persona pretty much, which is like a representation of yourself. In this particular series, in this game, you're actually able to switch. Anyone is actually able to switch personas. It's not just the Fool Arcana that can do that. Anyone can do that, which is actually really cool because in this game, personas are more of a representation of the mask that you put on. I don't like the look of that. It's more of a representation of like the mask you put on in front of people rather than your true self, much like in 3 and above. Which is why you can have multiple personas and change personas at will in this game rather than it just being like a representation of yourself and you only getting one. And that is a pretty cool aspect of that. That's the exit. Yeah, there's like a place over there too. Maybe there's stairs on the other side that I didn't see. Or that I saw but like ignored. So they bet. Philemon gives the protagonists of Persona 1 their personas, including Nate Nanjo, who's actually in our party right now. The protagonist of Persona 1, obviously, the boy with the earring. What the heck? There's stairs, like, I actually do think there's stairs on the other side. Let me take a look at, like, the top floor. Not there. Third floor? Yes, it's on the third floor, okay. Which means we just got to go up before. So in any case. Nate Nanjo, Chris, who we've seen in the sewers, and I believe they're currently at Gaijin Sushi. Yukino, who was in the previous game in Innocent Sin, as another protagonist, and they're also in this game, but they're less of a they're less important here. Let me see. Yep, this is new. Glad that I checked that. And so Philemon gives those guys personas, and that's about the extent, because demons are wreaking havoc because of an experiment caused by Sebek, which has been, how do you say, masterminded by Guido Kandori, who is actually just being manipulated by Philemon. Or not Philemon, Nyarlathotep. So basically, Nyarlathotep is cheating by directly manipulating like the people, and Philemon is kind of pulling the odds in his favor, but not like directly, which I think is like leader manuals. Yeah. So Philemon's trying to play legit. Nyarlathotep is trying to cheat. Bad guy, good guy, obviously. Yeah. So, the protagonist is Persona 5, beat up Kandori, and I think they end up killing him as well. Probably not directly, that was probably like an accident, but that's how it always goes. Is this all mapped out? Good to know. And so that leads to the events of... Actually, while all this is happening, Yukino and various other students as well. The alternate route is the Snow Queen route, which is, as opposed to the Sebek route, where it all revolves around Kandori, Guido, and all that. Instead, Nyx appears at the school, and I'm not quite as clear on this as I am on the Sebek route, but basically Yukino and various other students team up to fight the Snow Queen Nyx. I mean, cheating to end the world, if you get away with it, you can't be punished, now can you? Philemon doesn't even do anything to Nyarlathotep at the end of Persona 2 Innocent Sin. Like, oh, did it just say that, hey, Smilemon has now been completed? Hey, that's pretty good. I'm saving right now. Philemon and Nyarlathotep kind of exist outside the world in the realm of the consciousness or whatever. We'll see that, like, later. Or earlier. Same thing. So they aren't really affected. Philemon just goes like... You weren't really supposed to do that, but alright. And that leads us to the events of Persona 2 Innocent Sin. Alright, we've mapped the whole place out. We may as well see what the random encounters have for us. Alright, what do we got? If it's anything that's just like in the bomb shelter.
Police, everyone free!
Alright, who are these guys? Hunhao and Zaybov. We have Mega Blaze? Oh right, we have like Jack-o'-lantern equipped. Oh right, I have Hote, of course we have Mega Blaze. I forgot to unequip him, oh well. Ice Blast and Lightning Strike are actually fairly good fusion spells. Either that, or I'm just severely overleveled and that's what's making them good. Did that just give me like 1,000 experience points? Jeez, I should have been grinding here. Oh well. Where was I? Alright, so... So, Tatsuya, Ikichi, Jun, and Lisa basically create this group called the Mass Circle while they're little kids. And they hang out, like, at the shrine for a while, and then, like, another one joins in. They resist lightning. Okay, good to know. And... Mega Blaze. And then Maya comes in. Maya's about 4 years older than like all the rest of the like children.
What?
But they're also kids, obviously. Oh, I wasn't sure if that like hit them. And this is when rumors start to become true. So Nyarlathotep obviously like messed with something, and now basically like the most prominent rumors are starting to become true. So rumors that are, you know, obviously like popular, and one of the first rumors that comes into place is Jun's dad being really, really cool. And originally, Kashihara, Jun's dad, is not. He's some weird cultist who writes a book about... Ah, jeez, I just realized what a can of worms Innocent Sin was. He was like a teacher, and he wrote a book about the evolution of humanity and how to evolve further, which involves the Mayans and their spaceship and aliens that was actually under the city of Sumeru. Alright, I'm gonna let that sink in while we continue here. Actually, no, I'll go a little bit more while we're saving, because saving takes like a few seconds, but... He writes a book about that. They team up, Kashihara teams up with Miss Ideal and Tatsuya Sudo, and basically writes the Inlake and forms this weird group that are basically documenting like how to evolve further. And I'll let that sink in while we continue this. I bet the seminar started already. The door's locked. This building's design is somewhat outdated. If we can find an air duct, it's possible for us to check out what's happening inside. But the question is where it's located. Oh, well, I guess we can figure that out fairly easily. Deja vu. So yeah, they're nerds trying to like cult evolve via weird dead people space tech. Yes, pretty much. And so Kashihara becomes like more distant from like his family and all that.
You want to go?
With making that. I don't like these guys. These guys probably have a move that like makes me lose money. A lot of times they end up having that move, so I'm gonna try to take care of them. That didn't do anything. Alright, these guys are water resistant. Which means fire should be good against them. Where did my fire move go? Oh yeah, Hote went away. Lightning should be just as fine. Oh, there it is. I don't know how much money I'm going to lose exactly. Right at the edgelord. Why am I here again? Wait, what? If you're here, then it must be to watch streams, isn't it?
They call this the logical result.
from SpongeBob BFBB. Oh, right. I forgot. It's been a while, actually. I should probably pick up BFBB again. It's been a while since I played that as well. For me, it's going pretty well. Icy said it was going pretty well as well. I'm here playing this game. I almost said Innocent Sin. Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Wait. Were you here when I was playing Innocent Sin? I might have. Anyways, we're still playing Persona 2. It's been like almost a year.
I feel sorry for you.
We continuing story time.
Let's end this.
He talking about Innocent Sin? Yeah, we can continue story time. Where was I? Alright. The Mayans and the cultists. So yeah, they form that group. And yeah. But yeah, Kashiharu becomes more distant from his family, and that results in Jun basically thinking kind of negatively. Oh, whoops, I don't want to use that. Kind of negatively of his father, obviously. Got a game suggestion, if that's okay. Sure. I won't guarantee that I'll get around to it, but I'll certainly take a look. We obviously have Revenge of the Flying Dutchman coming sometime this Thanksgiving weekend. It might be on Monday, but it's coming sometime after Thanksgiving. We're gonna have my friend Isaiah Rinri, you've seen him before probably, co-commentate on that as well, since that's one of his childhood games. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh, that's the man. Wait, what? It's not the right one. Oh, right, it's on the 4th floor. Voodoo Vince. I've never heard of it. What's it about? Change someone to have some kind of fire spell. This should work. I don't remember if that... I think that actually has bad compatibility, so it'll be expensive, but we'll at least be able to do this spell. It's an OG Xbox 3D platformer. I'll take a look at it later. But I've never heard of it. And here I thought I had like all the decent Xbox games. What? This guy's still alive.
Front decision, front battle.
It's been so long since Nate was able to attack, I forgot his voice lines.
Endure a blow and administer 2. That's the secret of battle.
It got remastered and it's on Steam. Really? It's that popular? Huh. It's one of the games that slipped under my radar. Tiki Mask Dude? Wait, Tiki Mask Dude. Now I'm even more confused. Well, in any case, where was I? Oh, right. The dude from Crash? You mean like Aku Aku? Or Uka Uka? Yes and no. I was thinking of a different game. Attack in the Power of Juju? What? Is Ulala weak to water? Oh yeah, they're using jack-o'-lantern. That's the noise like Colin makes. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Voodoo Vince is a game that takes place in New Orleans. What? It's a 3D platformer. This sounds... yeah, it sounds weird. Like I said, I'll have to look it up later. Because... now I'm even more confused. I'm gonna actually keep Maya custom on Maya just for Meteorama. It'll be very helpful for any boss fights that we do. Alright, there was no bathroom. There was a bathroom, it was down there. It's about a voodoo doll that gets magically brought to life. It's T. Okay. Of course it's in New Orleans. New Orleans is
I can show
spooky.
you the difference in skill.
Alright. So, oh right. So Jun tells, so like, going back to Innocent Sin and all that. The group is basically talking about each other's parents, and they ask about Jun's dad, and Jun's dad's like, yeah, my dad's totally like really cool, and he's the best dad in the world, and
Persona.
what?
Hurry up.
Oh, I guess you can't use a fusion spell with someone that's possessed. Alright, great. No, I'm not sure. Whoops. Guess we'll just keep on using that. That won't work. Just use that. And there's a group of enemies to get poisoned. That's not really helpful right now. I don't think that does anything either. So we'll use Yonga. Actually, we still have... no, we don't have the lightning spell anymore because we took away... Heinir. But if we bring it back with Ulala, we obviously should have good compatibility because... Ulala is both a star persona, or Ulala is a star arcana, and then Heinir is a star persona. The only problem is that the comedy can be cringy. Games from 2003.
Weak.
This message has been brought to you by the... Man, imagine being your dad is cool. This post has been made by the Single Mother game. Yeah, I'm in the same group. But in any case... so yeah, Jun tells him like, oh yeah, my dad's really cool, and so obviously a rumor spreads that Jun's dad is really cool. And so... where is... there. And instead of like the virgin like sweater vest that like Kashihara was like wearing, Jun's dad like comes in with like this smirk on his face in like this dapper Chad black pinstripe suit with a scarf. And obviously the first time that happens, Jun's put off by it, but he goes, he's like, wait, that's not my dad. But he goes along with it anyways. And
I feel
something
sorry.
happens in the middle of that, and Jun's dad like disappears. His real dad was actually killed in the clock tower of Seven's High. He was crushed by the gears, if I recall correctly, while researching something or other about his like cultish views or whatever. Whoops. Have you played Blinks the Time Saver? Have not. No, where was I? I kind of lost my train of thought because that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would have. Okay, wait, why is this guy alive? Did that, like, miss or something?
Weak.
Yeah, cool, like, real dad died due to gears. Cool fake dad appeared. And the fake dad, in reality, was Nyarlathotep. So Nyarlathotep just went and replaced Jun's dad. Yeah, he replaced Jun's dad. And, so Jun is raised by his mother, who ends up not caring for him anymore, and Nyarlathotep, and I bet you can tell how well that's going. And
So, who wants to have their
the
foot
group,
snatched?
the mass circle, eventually separates. Actually, wait, no, they don't. Hang on, let me, like, piss off this guy so that I can just kick his ass, because... There we go. Because I don't want to talk to these guys, they suck. We played Blinks in years. It hasn't been a remaster made, though. You want people to do it. I'm gonna digress for a second and say, yeah. I mentioned this a lot before. But
Hold him down.
alright, a lot of the like older like 2000s games are
We'll
like
hear your excuses at the station.
coming to like, how do you say, popular view a bit more. Imagine your dad just being pure evil. It's not that hard. So yeah, a lot of games have been like getting remastered. It's pretty interesting. Like BFBB is getting remastered. Another game got remastered that I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure like I've known about it. Stuff like that. I'll continue the Innocent Sin story in a moment. I'm going to call the guys in. Take the vent cover off. Hey guys, you can come in now. We found it. Psychonauts 2? Wait, that actually came out? Let's move. I don't want to get caught hanging around in a women's restroom. Whoa, nice sprites, Kanzia. Really? Hey, isn't that Genji Sasaki? I don't see Chizuru around. Hey, watch where you put your hand. Can you people answer why you were born? Why you are living the way you are? Genji Sasaki, the young producer of the group Muses. His fortune from success came true. I feel I met him before and detest him. Lives wandering aimlessly. Though not satisfied, there is no efforts made for change. The one thing to do is begrudge others. That is a sin. That is kegare. That's how the jokers consume people. Phew, this guy's lost it. But your worries are fully understandable. Not knowing what to do, not knowing how to live. That's right, not having a dream. This is why we have Wanglong Chizuru. That's why Wanglong fortune telling is for the common man. Here I have Mistress Chizuru's statue of the Seiken Dragon Fukugi. If you believe Mistress Chizuru's words and touch the statue, you will be cleansed. Now be reborn into innocence. This doesn't look good. Is it the same kind of machine in the lab? They're hiding a huge ash machine like behind the statue. It absorbs human sins. That can't be. I feel so bright and happy. I have now become innocent, right? Let's be positive. Maya, they stole your motto? Jeez. This keeps getting worse and worse. So, what are we gonna do? Catch a Sasuke or destroy the machine? Either way, with all those people, they're gonna get mixed up in it. What should we do? Let's start a fire! Haven't you had enough fires? Besides, I don't think Suo would let you start one in front of him. Actually, I think it's a good idea. What the hell? Unbelievable! You're always yapping about justice, 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 but when it's Maya, everything's okay? No, I meant... Oh, now this is a big surprise. With cops like this country is really finished. I see. Hey, stupid. Look up. A fire alarm, huh? As long as people believe there is a fire, we don't actually need to set one. How about burning some trash at the duct too? If we make a little smoke, it should be much more effective than just an alarm. Let's split into two groups. One sends smokes and charges in, while the other sets off the alarm. Huh, this seems familiar. Hey Maya, does everyone think I'm stupid? If you ask me, there's something wrong with you guys for being able to stay so calm at a time like this. Your reaction is relatively normal. Everyone is just used to these situations. What I don't understand is Miss Amino. Where does your deja vu originate from? Let's go now. The guys are waiting for us. Damn, that Baofu pisses me off. He calls me an idiot all the time. Okay. It is time to go. Don't tell me I actually gotta walk there while split up. I do. Alright. What personas do we have equipped again? Maya Custom, Pioneer, Genbu. Genbu doesn't have any good spells yet. We can still do the ice spell, but it won't be very effective against some. I could re-equip personas, but I don't feel like it. Wait, where's the seminar? Is it just like across the hall? Wow, it really is just across the hall, okay. You ever get the feeling of deja vu? That's what this entire game's about. So where was I when I was talking about Innocent Sin?
I shall show you the difference in skill.
The meter. Oh. What? Alright. If anything, this is good like, experience for Genbu anyways. Yeah, they all aren't very susceptible to that. Where was I?
I'm depending on you.
Oh yeah, the Chad Dad Nyarlathotep. So Jun's raised by Nyarlathotep and his uncaring mother. The Master will continue to keep on making like meetings until Maya reveals that she and her family are moving. And of course, being kids, they don't know what to do, but they don't want Maya to move. So they lock her into the shrine. They lock her into the shrine, and Tatsuya is also against it. So they lock him in the shrine along with Maya to keep them there overnight. They then leave, and Tatsuya Sudo goes and arsons the shrine. And, so yeah, the shrine burns, but Tatsuya is able to get out with Maya and kick Tatsuya Sudo's ass. And, basically save Maya. Yo, I gotta go. I'll try to catch the streams more often from now on. That's really cool. Thanks for that, Brent. Or Brennan. Sorry I don't know, like, a lot of the... You're bringing up a lot of obscure games. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I'll see you later then. Have a good one. Where are you going, people? Oh, what are you people? Don't blame me if you are consumed through such actions. I'm trying to get rid of everyone's kegore. If it's that easy, no one would struggle. Stop confusing these people with your foolish superstitions. Exactly. There's much we want to ask you. You best worry about you rather than the machine. I'm not talking. This is an outrage. Someone get a lawyer. Will someone please shut this guy up? Amino, you know what to do. What are you doing? Stop. Something terrible will happen. Don't. Oh, that's obviously not good. Yeah. Wait. So that's... They're inflicting... It can't be. It has its own will? Oh man, did you just see that? It just went inside that guy's body. Hey, are you alright?
I warned you that something horrible would happen. I see. Extracted kegore from the people or themselves. Joker. A persona born of sin. No wonder it keeps gaining power.
So it's on a completely different level than before.
Keep your guard up.
Jeez. It's even bigger than before, so if you don't know, Joker started out as kind of like... almost looking like the previous Joker as a persona. Oh, those are Sagoths.
Kegore! More kegore! You can't run, Maya.
Dang. Why are they singling out Maya every time? Alright. I'm not exactly sure what would be most effective against... Actually... That would probably be good against... Yeah, that'll probably be good against the Sagoths, because I believe they're weak to Holy, if I'm not wrong. I will perform the Ice Fusion spell and have Katsuya change personas back to Shaka. Both of the elemental resistances, the good stats, and also to use Nirvana. Because if these guys are weak to Holy, then Nirvana will do a good amount of damage. And they're using Possession. That's fine. That's one less I have to deal with then.
Ready, go!
I don't want to use Hammer. Hammer's not going to work. Bosses... Not all bosses resist Holy or Dark, much like they do in the later games, but they all have like a certain tick or something that basically makes it so that they will never get hit by anything that will insta-kill a boss. Self-explosion. I see. That's their strategy. To possess a party member and then explode.
Let's get this over.
Ooh, that does a lot of damage. I'm gonna keep doing that. Don't be Katsuya. God damn it. Jeez. So if Possession doesn't take over Katsuya, then Recon will work. If not, then we would have healed before that. Because I'm switching around the order. I don't want Katsuya to go next, and I end up killing everyone.
This is the greatest!
Oh, okay, so we can revive Shigas at will. Okay.
Go.
Alright, let's go. It's not a very strong Recarm, but hey, it's something. It looks like he can revive stuff with Sama Recarm, but it doesn't look like he can revive... And it revives it at full health too, which is bad, but it doesn't look like he can revive all of them all at once. So if Ulula's going first, I'm gonna get rid of this stupid Possession. I don't remember them using that before, but this definitely throws a wrench in a lot of plans. Use that, do the Ice Fusion spell. Katsuya will do probably Nirvana. And I'll keep that here as that. Yeah. It's best to get rid of the Possession rather than healing Ulula straight away. I would actually prefer to get hit by Poison, because you can't get hit by two status effects at once. So it'd be better than being possessed, especially in this case. I've never seen it used like that. Or at least I don't recall it being used like that. Because that's actually an interesting strategy. Alright, next is Maya. Hopefully we can get a turn in before Joker guy does. Alright, that doesn't do very much damage at all. What? Dude, I thought I was over leveled. This boss is still kicking my ass. He just crit Balfu for 1,000,000 damage. Just use the revival bead on him. What's the good one? Yeah, that one. Katsuya. Yeah, use Nirvana. Nate, do you have... No, it's Bite. I don't believe Heinir is very good on Nate, if not neutral. And I think this is bad compatibility as well. I do want to keep it a Genbu, but Genbu doesn't actually have any good spells. If I do that, I'll be able to do the Holy Sword combo. What do you think?
I'm depending on you.
Not very much at all either. Alright, but now we got him kind of where we want him. So we're at a huge advantage here now that he doesn't have any Shagos. If he does bring back Shagos, we can hit him with the Ice Beam and take care of him in a couple turns if they hopefully don't self-destruct. I don't think that'll freeze him or anything. And actually, I could probably change personas here. I'll switch back to that persona if I need to heal or something, but I kind of want to use the fire spell. If I do that, I give them that, then we're going to have access to both the ice spell and the fire spell, probably. If I have it here... which one do we have? Yeah, we do. We have the fire spell, and then we also have the ice spell. Or we would, but... What? Persona handles characters' conflict very well compared to most RPGs. I would agree. Especially in, like, Persona 2. Because, like, in, like, the later games, where, like, they make everything, like, a social link, it's kind of harder to do it, if that makes any sense. Not necessarily, like, harder. Alright, Shaka isn't... They have a... What? Weak magic, weak physical. If I recall, Genbu was, like, good with everyone. That'll at least give us the ice. Yeah. So we have 2 fusion spells going. If we need to heal, we'll switch over to the other one. Connection. Oh no. Wish I had Wi-Fi. Oh, you're using data? Dang. In the later ones, it's a bit harder because, like, everything's, like, delegated to a social link. So although there's, like, character conflict, it's, like, it's there and all. Especially with, like, the main antagonists and stuff. It's not, like, as prominent.
This is the greatest.
Alright, actually, I think we can one-turn the Shagos now as well. Oh, unless they go first. In which case, I'm kind of angry. Yeah, not able to work now. In that case, Katsuya, use... No. Ula's going last, so it's fine. Who has the weakest? I think Nate actually has the weakest power out of everyone, just because his persona stats isn't very good. Where is the lucky guy? You do that, you keep doing that, you keep doing that. Yeah.
Secure position.
But, in any case, in the earlier games, like Persona 2, Persona 1, but Persona 2 especially, like, everything's more like... Oh, well, of course. Everything's more, like, streamlined in the dungeons. And all that. So... Like, you really get to see more in, like... Oh, god damn it. I hate this move. Alright, let's just hope these 3 don't have it. They don't. which means it's in either Maya or Katsuya. I'm gonna hope it's not in Maya.
Go.
Yeah, it was in Maya, alright. Turn has been passed, and the Joker has passed, okay. I had Maya defend there because if you are infected with Joker, and if you defend, basically passing your turn, you won't do the Joker move. And the Joker move is basically, he uses Old Maid, it gives the Joker to one of your party members. If you can like determine which one it is, and it's random every time, if you can determine which one it is, you can have that party member defend and pass their turn. But if they do anything, if they attack, try to use an item, or use a persona spell, they'll instead summon the Joker and do quite a bit of damage to everyone. And I think it's dependent on the user's stats as well. So that makes it pretty devastating, depending on like who it is. So especially if it's like Maya, it'd be pretty bad if everyone else got caught up in that. Which is why I wouldn't really mind if Katsuya had it, but I would have really minded if it was Maya that had it.
Cover me.
Have to poof for a bit. Don't give any more details of story I don't know while I'm gone. Okay, that's fair. This guy's getting weak anyways. I'm gonna heal and then continue on the strategy. I'll see you soon, Icy. In fact, I'm gonna have to go soon as well. Probably right after this dungeon. I'll probably do all the usual stuff that I do after dungeon off screen. But I'll see you next time, Icy. It's really fun having you around here. I forgot to do the spell. Oh, I'll keep going.
Hurry up. This is the greatest! Persona.
Alright, with Ulala next, I'm going to cancel. Alright, the Shiggoth is probably gonna end up going next anyways.
Go!
Ooh, that sounded a bit off. I can agree that it's fun being around. Bye-bye? Alright, yeah. See you next time, Icy. I'm glad that isn't possession. Because possession actually forces me to stop and have to basically reevaluate everything. But luckily I still have Media Rama on Maya, so I could just keep going on with this for a little bit longer. Because if you don't know, if you stop the battle, there actually is a bit of a consequence in that sometimes enemies will be able to get a hit in before you're able to like react again, or before like you're able to like do a command, like this photon cannon. That's 100 damage, and some of it was reflected. I also want to see if Katsuya... Oh, wait, hang on. Enhances the character's defense. Let's do that, but on, like, anyone that I can. Who would need it the most? Who's weak to Earth? I don't think anyone's weak to Earth. But I think Ulala's been taking more damage, somehow. Again, he is getting weak because all enemies have two different sprites, including the protagonist. Protagonists have two different sprites to represent like how hurt they are. So, like all the protagonists like have like their upright sprite, which you can see right now, and then like if they're damaged enough, they'll like be on the ground like kind of crouched. Obviously, this guy doesn't have the crouch sprite, but I'm gonna have Maya defend again, and I'm gonna have Raku Contra be placed on, I guess, Katsuya. Katsuya and will tend to take more damage. Old mate again. Alright, I'm still able to use Mega Blaze, which means it's in Katsuya and Maya. Oh, it doesn't matter. Mutation! Honestly, with how many times we... What? Again? Oh my god. With how many times we use fusion spells, I'm not surprised, because like almost every spell was a fusion spell there. But our Jack-o'-lantern's parameters increased again? It's already increased like 4 times, and now we have like a number 5, maybe even 6? Good. Damn, this isn't good. He lights a cigarette. Ended up, we couldn't find anything out. Seemed to be under a strong mind control. Probably a waste to question subordinates. But they're all doing the same. They're doing the same all over the place, right? What are we gonna do? Going to one at a time seems to get us nowhere. Before they do any more damage, we should expose the New World Order publicly. Ellen? Give our data regarding the New World Order to Matsuka. We will leak it to a trustworthy pipeline. Never mind, I don't know when the thing I have to do is starting, so I'm just silently spectate until you hopefully end the stream soon. Okay. It's me, Sneak. I want to ask you one thing. A penthouse was attacked. Was it you? I guess it would have been pretty hard to believe me. Very well. Next time I will show myself. Do as you wish. There's one thing I must say. Wait until after you've heard this. I'll be at the concert hall at Awoba Park. Is it him? Yeah. He wants us to meet at concert hall in Awoba Park. Wait a minute, it has to be a trap. You may be right, but I have to find out if he's really trustworthy. Okay, we'll see. You probably just want to find out about your father. I'm not getting involved. Do whatever you want, Baofu. No one asked you to come along. Miss Amano, I'll be going now. Hey, what did you say that for? He's one of us. He's our friend. I never thought of him as a friend. Besides, he only irritates me. Hey, I'm getting tired of your shit, Baofu. Get your ass after him now. Otherwise, you'll be joining your friend on the ground over there. Well, if you put it that way. Fine. I don't care about him, but separating from Maya right now wouldn't be wise. Do we actually not have Katsuya right now? We don't. So yeah, apparently our next location is Awoba Park, but that'll actually be it for today. I'm gonna go check and see who is online. And I'm gonna see if there's anyone to raid. No, actually, never mind. I'm just gonna actually end the stream. Since you have to be somewhere I see, no one else is actually really here right now. If you're watching this later though, thanks for watching though. And we'll see you next time. Bye!